What's going on, guys? Kiger here, and I'm sorry I missed Friday's video. I'm still kind of sick, but there's several videos that I need to get out for you guys, things I've been wanting to do, remakes and updates on, and just make sure everyone knows what's going on in the game. Let's get into it. Alright guys, today's video is going to be the top 5 tips for everyone, even primarily new players, but I'm sure one or two of these are going to be nice things even for later game players. First is focused on new players, and that is where should you play? And this is based on this gameplay schedule, as you see right here. There is several gameplay modes that are limited to certain times a day. We have Thunder Recess, which is a PvP/PvE game mode. We have Guild Boss, and we have Top League and Burning Soul Battle, which are both PvP. So, and these are primarily between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. after Burning Soul Battle ends. This is where all the events really happen during the day. So, and it's based on that server window. So, if I am on NA, North America, that's 7 p.m. Let's say it's 7 p.m. for me, so it's 7 p.m. If I go to SA, South America, they're 1 hour back. So maybe 6 p.m. is a better time for me instead of 7 p.m. So I will then play on SA region because that's a better time for me to do events, or even something like EU, even though your ping might be a bit worse, but the schedule will be a lot better for you. You could use VPNs and stuff to make it better, the lag better for you. But I mean, being able to show up to the events is the most important thing, right? So I think researching, figuring out what time frames are best for you is one of the most important things you can do in the entire game. Let's go into the second one, and that is Arena. Ladder Arena. This is the most boring/annoying game mode that we have, but it's one of the most important. You have a weekly thing that you can buy. Most of them don't really matter. This is primarily also where you get your class change scrolls. But really, what you're trying to get is these daily rewards. And this is primarily what the game mode is for. It's your influx of crystals. And crystals are super important. Go look at a level 5 versus a level 6 crystal. It's a big jump. And then also, once you get to level 8 crystals, then you can start selecting which ones you make, which is a huge deal. And remember, you need 3 of each one to go to the next level. So you'll need 3 7s to make a level 8. So that's pretty crazy, right? So having these daily income, especially anywhere in the top 3, is super important. And as we see right here, we have 2 countdowns. We have the daily countdown and the weekly countdown. Daily, it goes into payout calculation at 9:55 p.m. server time, and then the payout is at 10 p.m. server time. So, you know, in that 9:50 to 9:55, you want to make sure you're in that top 3, so that once it goes into calculation, you will have your top 3 payout daily. Now, something you can do is the scrolls up here at the top. You can stack them. You can go hit the plus button and buy them for sapphires. You can get 10 a day, which will be 300 sapphires per day. If you're a free-to-play player, that is definitely doable, but it's going to dip into your stash that you normally have for those 10x tickets that come around. So you're going to have to really push. Make sure you're capping all of your assists and such per day to make sure you're able to afford a couple arena scrolls, so you're ready to push up into those top 3s so you can get better crystals. And then the weekly payout, which as you see, this is 3 hours until the daily payout, and then one more day. As far as the weekly refresh, it's at the same time on Sunday, but then everyone's reset down to oblivion, and there's only bots above you. So a lot of people save tickets and then catapult themselves into the top 10 on day 1, which I generally think is a bad strategy. It's better to wait until later on Monday, where people have already pushed up, attack above you later on, maybe 9 o'clock before that 9:50 payout. It's a better chance to score more points per win, so you can use less scrolls per win on your way up. As well as you go deeper into the week, you got to decide how many scrolls you're willing to use. Do I want to be 3, or do I want to use 2 more scrolls to be number 2? That's a personal decision. Next one is one I get a lot of questions about, and that is guild skill. Really, I'm about to fill it out on my new account that I started at the beginning of the year. This one is I have to be level 150. This one is my guild has to be level 12. Both of these, I should be able to hit this tomorrow or the next day. This one by the end of next week. But at the beginning, you want to focus on 777. And that is the main thing you want to be going for until you have everything filled out. And the reason being is each one of these have 3 levels of effects. They have some base stat ones, like you see this 1 heart and stuff like this, is just base stat increases. Then they have a 722, as you see, Holy Spirit Shield, 722, the green one, Flower Barrier, 227, and when following Shadow, 272, so 777 gives you all 3. And that's ideally what you want to have as you're building out the entire roster. So until you get this maxed out, until you get 150 and guild level 12, then you can start refreshing and putting the correct stats and stuff, and then deciding which one you want to focus on. 777 gives you the most raw effects across the board, and you do want to play into them. For example, gain a shield in combat, Flower Fairy damage taken reduced, you take less damage, you deal more damage and take less damage after you dodge. This for 3 seconds with 10-second cooldown. So as a class that has three dodges, you're going to be looking pretty good. And then they also have other ones with 16, ones with 20, and then you decide after that point, once you max it out, once you have everything filled in, then you can decide which ones you want to actually go after all the way. Next is seals. It's only been about 3 patches ago they added this preview feature up here in the top left. As you see right here, this account is Green Mist 1, getting ready to be Green Mist 2 after I do some class advancements. And then if I click the Green Mist 3, I want to be looking ahead at whatever I need to keep going. Of course, this is what I need to do right now, but while I'm doing this, I want to be looking at what else I could be doing. Green Mist 3, I already hit all the requirements. Crane Spirit 1 is going to require, I started looking at this a while ago, so I brought up 3 more in that time, so I need 1 more 16-star fairy. But if you look a little bit further, I think it's Crane Spirit 2 or 3 that requires 4 18-star water fairies. So my next one is going to be Lotus and then another water one, so that I'm hitting everything as I go across. After they added everything past Hadel Deaths, I think you should definitely be preparing 2, 3, even 4 seals ahead of time so you're prepared. And then the last one is something I talk about a lot, but I don't really explain too much, and that's fishing. For your life skills right here, you obviously want to do whatever's required for your guild things. If they need you to mine 10 times, go mine 10 times. If they need you to do whatever, go do that. But for whatever you have left over during the day, you want to be using it in fishing. You want to make sure you're bringing your best bait and your best hook, so you have a better chance of getting higher quality and more often catches from having these 2 as the highest rarity as possible. Obviously, you want to be doing all of these, which is going to give you flat stats. Every 10 levels, the amount that you can have goes up, so you want to be on top of these as you go all the way, as well as you have the self boosting ones right here, plus 90 crit, plus there's more, there's 120s on everything, but this is just the ones I had everything ready to show you guys. These are for using before the events, which was the first one we talked about, so you can have bonus stats before starting the battle, so you can be more prepared than your opponent. I will tell you, even late game players don't always eat before battles. So if you're eating before battles, you will have a boost over most players. And then the last thing to talk about with fishing is just it gives you more stuff, right? So mining gives you the stuff to upgrade your equipment, right? Mining would be a lot better if we could get yellow or red tier mining dust, but we can't. So because it only goes to purple, it's kind of ignorable once you get to a certain point. Copy is for skill levels. That doesn't matter after a point. Capture is for fairy XP. That also doesn't matter after a certain point. Fishing allows you to do everything we talked about, as well as it will give you crystals, it will give you summon seeds, even the paid ones can happen, as well as koi fish, which can be class advanced traces. It could be shards for 6-star fairies. Everything you can get from fishing. Let me know what you guys think down below. If there's any other top tips you think I should have included, put them down below. Till next time, guys.